Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Tennessee's offense will get the first crack at it here. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Looking for room at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Get set, get set. Check.
They give it to him again. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. So Missouri's offense has the ball for the first time. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Complete downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Handoff to the single running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. Again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Back to throw. It's Barnett. Fires to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Still running at the 40. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back was one of the biggest reasons. He
just causing wreckage in the secondary. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The Volunteers have this offense rolling. Here's the give off the left side. At the 20, he's got space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Volunteers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got his man downfield. All kinds of running room. 10. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting into rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Crosses the 30. Off he goes. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. Still on his feet at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Gets it out quickly. And how... And run. So dangerous, this guy.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Looking for space, it's Lewis. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Got enough space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Vols! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On the return, it's Staley. Touchdown, Volunteers! The special teams with a special moment. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense.
Afterburner's coming. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Missouri!
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The Vols are in the hurry-up.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on.
Makes the catch on the left. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They're going to ride this running back. And the ball's on the ground. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Looking for a man. It's Horn. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Running through contact. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll just keep slinging it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This offense has a second down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They're trying. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. First down here for the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Makes his connection. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. On second down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have it.
And they got him for the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw, it's Horn. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Staley. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He fires to the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield with a big catch. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. He's going to pass. He's going for it all. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He wants to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Horn. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Vols will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this position.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Trying to pick up 7 here on second down from the 20. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown ball! And the beatdown has ensued.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. With the catch, it's Manning. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Line gets set, 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The ball's headed quickly to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum.
Okay.
2nd down coming up. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd down. Touch pass on the run. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the 1st. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteer! And the stomping has commenced. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Back to throw. It's Horn. And a sack all the way back at the 5. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Running to the left. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease to the left. Tackled after. Down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole and getting positive yards.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give in. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
The Volunteers will have it 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. Check. Ready.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Makes one man miss. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the route is on.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Using the quick game. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Right back to the well. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They're going to run it. Touchdown ball! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Charlotte. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Lacey. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. The quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively. Go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Getting some heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Touchdown, Volunteers! And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job. Or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Last time, David, it was 1, 2, 3.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Fires to the middle. Picked off. Bringing it back. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll throw it on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yard.
To the back.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch called for and made. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
At the 45 on his way. And he's running in the open. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you...
Oh, watch out! They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you can possession.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football.
Continues to fight for yards. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're bringing heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Coming after it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage, coverage, coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge...